Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about getting into Deltamath. Now, from your Canvas, you will always go through and you will use the slide decks to go to do each of the different activities that are associated with this class. And that'll take you to the slide deck. From the slide deck, you will either click on an Ed puzzle, view the Ed puzzle, view the notes, or go straight to Deltamath. If we hit the link for Deltamath, it takes us right here. Now, if you already have a login set up, you can just go ahead and type that login. Honestly, the easiest way to do it is if you have a Google account, use your Google account. If you don't have a Google account, you can set it up using your Richland email. So let's talk about how do you get an account set up. So if I want to go for students, I'm going to register. And I'm going to register 315708. The class code, you can use 315708, 315708. That is my teacher code. And then you can choose the class that you need. Now yours is going to be RCC Math 098. Now, at this point, you have that choice again. Do I register with my email or do I register with Google? That entirely depends on you. I would make a request that if you wish to register with your Richland email, that is most helpful to me because that gives me your name as it appears for Richland versus an odd name like, nickel plate engine 732 at gmail.com. I don't know who that is. So if you don't mind, I prefer you register with an email. And then you can put your email in. And move on from there. And then sign in and register and set up your password. So I would also make your password, whatever your password is, for signing into your Richland account. Just make sure you double check this spelling before you hit enter. I've had students before that had a mistype in here and then kept saying that they couldn't get in because they kept typing their usual email, but they mistyped it when they registered. So once you get to Deltamath, it's actually very easy to navigate around. As soon as you come into Deltamath, if you have multiple classes, they'll show up here. But otherwise, it should show you the class that we have right here. You'll notice 098 Functions and Graphs Assessment, followed by Functions and Graphs. This is your practice stuff, followed by the Assessment for Linear Inequalities, followed by the work, and on throughout the end of the course. As we go through the course, you will also find that late work will be down here, or things that go past the date for acceptance will be down at the bottom. So let's go ahead and take a look at Deltamath specifically. First things first, do not hit this begin assessment now. That is the test. You only take the test after you've done all of the practice. So let's go down into the section, do the practice. Hey, what is f of 9? Negative 9. I don't know. Maybe it's 32. Is it 32? Are you sure? Sure. Nope, not 32. But here's the joy of Deltamath. Every single problem will give you the worked out answer, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. It's going to give you all the steps all worked out for you so you can see, where did I go right? Where did I go wrong? Oh, I forgot that when I square a negative, it becomes positive, things like that. All right, the idea is once you do it, this right up here will go from 0 out of 4, 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, and you're done when you get to 4 out of 4. So when you get to 4 out of 4, you will see that back over here in your percentage, and you will work your way down. Here's the other thing. Let's say that just like I was having some trouble there, you are having trouble figuring out what to do here. Let's go to Show Example. And there's an example for every single problem that you have. It's given in Deltamath. You say, but I don't know. I look at the pictures and I don't understand when it's just showing me the problem. Okay, fine. So in this case, we could also watch the help video because every one of these is going to have a help video, and that help video is done by the people that wrote the problems.
Evaluate functions from a graph. So say we have a generic function graphed in the xy plane. If I were to choose some point on that function, say the point A.
And so you can see that they're going to show you an example, work it out, and you can follow along with them. That's why I like Deltamath, because it's going to give you the problem, it's going to give you a worked out solution, it's going to give you a help video for every single problem. Now, obviously, when I go to the assessment, it's not going to give me the help. It's not going to give me the help videos, and it's not going to give me the solutions until after it's all done. It's also, while you have infinite amount of time on the practice, you will have a timed test for the assessment. But you'll notice I give you 3 hours for a test, something like that, 3 hours down here. The time limit is way generous. You should have no trouble finishing the test much under the deadline. However, I give it to you because I want you to try to do the tests in one sitting. So with that in mind, that's how you log into Deltamath, that's how you get an account, and that's how you use Deltamath. When you're done, you can, of course, log out.